So the Skyblock Alpha Network just came out, and with it, there is so much to talk about. This is a lot of this stuff is actually game changing, and farming is going to be so much more profitable now. It's insane. All right, so the admins posted this thread about 15 minutes ago, at the time of recording, and this is just talking about the Harvest Feast and all the changes that are coming with this update. So it says, today we're bringing a new yearly event to Hypixel Skyblock to the Alpha Network, the Harvest Feast. This farming-focused event will run every Skyblock year from the 1st of early autumn to the 31st of late autumn. Keep reading for all the details. Alright, so starting off with the Harvest Feast. The overview of it is Feast Chef Ted is cooking up a massive communal, right? Yeah, communal stew for everyone in Skyblock, and he needs your help to season it. Harvest Feasts take place every Skyblock year for 3 months, early autumn, autumn, and late autumn. During each month, 3 crops will enter the harvesting season. Harvesting these crops during this period has a small chance to drop seasoning for the stew and a new crafting material unique to each crop, and we'll see that later. So we have seasoning for the first rare crop. Seasoning is a rare crop that has a 1 in 2,250 chance from dropping from in-season crops when harvesting them. It's not a physical item, it'll automatically be donated to the communal stew in the hub. Each seasoning you donate to the stew will contribute towards your donation tiers. And these are the donation tiers right here. So there are 5 donation tiers to each Harvest Feast at 5, 25, 75, 150, and 250. So that's just all the seasonings that's just all the seasons cumulative. That's just all the seasonings cumulative. And that's just all the seasonings cumulative. And that's just like all the seasons that are. And that's just all the seasonings that you end up donating. So each donation tier reached, you will earn a Celestial Mason Jar, the most powerful mix-in Skyblock. And if we take a look at this thing is insane. You get 3 Magic Find plus 5 Tracking, which is insane. 3 Global Wisdom, and then you get 15 Farming, Foraging, and Mining Fortune. And it lasts a long time, depending on whatever your alchemy level is, if you have a Parrot Pet on. It's low-key busted. Hitting the max donation tier will also earn you a commemorative Mason Jar for that event, which is gas. I mean, I think it's cosmetic. We'll see later if that's in here. Outside of just dropping seasoning, the in-season crops will have a 1 in 18,000 chance of dropping a new crafting material unique to that crop. Each crafting material is also considered a rare crop, much like seasoning. So every single crop has their own unique drops. So let's take a look at this. So wheat drops the cornucopia crystal. While placed down, farming minions will work 10% faster. For each unique farming minion placed down, they will work an additional 1% faster. So it's not too bad. I don't really know too much people who are using unique farming minions. That's good for like melon minions. I'm not too sure if flower minions are considered farming, but that could be pretty good. Not very moldy bread. Consumes to boost your foraging wisdom for 60 minutes. So this is kind of like the refined bottle of Gyri, because it evolves after 300 hours or 150 hours if you have it in your time bag. So that's pretty good for leveling up farming, but farming is not that hard to level up in my opinion. Then moving on to the carrots. You have the carrot colored vinyl set. Fill this with any 5 pest vinyls. Once full, you may gift this to a visitor to charm them. Charm visitors can give better rewards next time they visit. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. And 5 pest finals, that is 250k. That's really good. And then the poignant carrot bait. Consume this while in the garden to attract a certain carrot craving visitor. I'm assuming that visitor is Hoppity, just because I don't think I've ever seen them in my garden. But I don't really farm them much. So hash brown, potato. Applies the deep fried reforge when combined with the farming tool. This is going to be very good during the harvest feast, just because, I mean, the farming fortune is 20. That's straight. I mean, it's not like the best thing in the world. But the deep fried bonus increases the odds of finding seasonings by 25%. That's gas. That's super, super good. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then pumpkin has three things right here. So pumpkin, turbo gourd. When applied to a farming tool, increases all turbo crop 5 enchants to turbo crop 6. And then it gets better. The enchanted turbo gourd, when applied to farming tools, increases all turbo crop 6 enchantments to turbo crop 7. So you're going to be getting a lot more farming fortune specific to that crop. And this increases the farming cap by a lot, or farming fortune cap by a lot. Just saying. Like, bro, this is going to be so profitable. I just sold my setup. And then the overpriced drink increases the odds of finding a rare crop by 7%. So that's kind of like the hash brown, except hash browns is just seasoning, whilst the overpriced drink is all rare crops. So it's seasoning and all the other unique crops you could get. And then sugarcane is 3 as well. So the speed relic, which is a new epic talisman, it gives you 1 bonus attack speed, fishing speed, mining speed, and regular speed. That's just an upgrade to the speed artifact, but that's more accessory power. What am I saying? Accessory power? Magical power. The unalloyed speed. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. You give 50 plus 50 max speed cap. That could be good for Warden helmet, huh? I don't know. I might be tripping there, but we'll see. The thermodynamic helmet. This set is really busted, and let me tell you why. So, with the sugarcane, you craft the entire thermodynamic set, and it gives you, in total, if you have the full set on, I believe 130 attack speed. Which, oh, isn't the cap 100? Why would this set's useless? No, this set increases the cap to 150. So I feel like it's a really good early game set in my opinion. It's nothing too busted. I'm not gonna lie, because it doesn't give you like any damage or anything. I guess if you put ancient on it, it could be pretty decent. But and then the melon has the melon juice mix in, which is another mix in. You get 15 farming fortune, which I mean, it's just adding on to it. You also get the trunk polish, which allows you to upgrade your elephant pet to mythic, which the mythic elephant pet gives you 20% more sawdust. That's gonna be really good for getting your sawdust up, especially if you're like earlier game. And then for the cactus, you could craft the potted cactus, which is just like one of those like 3,000 things for 12 cactus fortune and 5 health. The prickly creeper, when applied to armor, increases its thorn level by 1. So that goes up to thorns 4, but nobody uses thorn, so I think it's a little bit useless. Then for the cocoa beans, the bug blender, which is gonna be really good for pest farming. I don't know what level this goes up to, but you get 20 farming fortune when vacuuming pest. So say if it goes up to 5, I think that would be an extra 100 farming fortune, which is insane. Y'all don't understand that. And the cocoa leech shard, pests have a 2.5% chance to drop a second vinyl. That's just going to increase your money for pest farming yet again. This is going to go up to 25% once it's maxed out. So each vinyl is worth 50k. That's going to be like 100k, you know? And then the mushroom, the fragrance brown mushroom paste. Give this item to a visitor for no reward, scaring them off for 24 hours. That's useful for like if you want to just like get rid of the, I don't even know, the guy who wants golden carrots. He's useless, and the guy who wants jack-o'-lanterns. This max 2 visitors, so that's my 2 I'd pick. And then the fungal tip jar. Give this item to Sam to permanently unlock a tip jar that visitors can tip copper in. That's low-key gas. You're just building copper over time. And the netherwort only has 1, but you get the Jacob's participation medal, which uses fuel on 1 minion. Only on 1. No more. But it'll occasionally generate Jacob's tickets for 3 days. I like all these. This one's a fuel though, so I feel like it could be gas. That's just gonna give you a decent bit of money, but it's only 1 farming minion. So I think I think that'd be pretty good for Iron Man, like early game Iron Man maybe. I don't know, forget that. It can be useless. Then for the sunflower, combine 9 wait, why am I reading that part? You get 111 bonus attack speed and 5 bonus attack speed. You also get 123 speed. That's not bad, especially with the thermodynamic armor. Actually, no, it's useless. Forget that. This one's Skyblock XP though. Free Skyblock XP. 15. Already tested it. And then the Buzzy Bees Fantabulous Disco Destination. Place this in your garden and fill it with pest vinyls. Pests will spawn within 10 blocks of this if their pest vinyl has been placed in this. So that's not bad. So you don't really, I think that might make it so you don't really have to like hunt down your pests as much. Might be tripping though. And the Moon Dew can be placed in a pest trap, grants 5 tracking, attracts the lunar moth and the field mouse. I'd never seen the lunar moth before. I think this is a new pest. So we might read this later. And last but not least, the wild rose. You get the royal jelly from this, which use a cat to upgrade your bee pet to mythic rarity. And when the bee pet's at mythic at level 100, I believe you get 160 farming fortune to wild roses, sunflowers, and moonflowers. So that's low-key gas. That might be better than the elephant situationally. All right, so the Grand Feast. Mayor Finnegan now has a new perk, Grand Feast. This replaces the Harvest Feast with a version that lasts an entire Skyblock year, in addition to opening the Grand Bakery for its duration. The Grand Bakery. During your Grand Feast, whenever you drop seasoning from an in-season crop, it'll also give you a kernel, a new currency you can spend at the Grand Bakery in the hub to bake new rewards. So here, you can get the freshly baked accessories, which it goes all the way up to legendary. So that's gonna be really good, really, really good. Legendary talisman, but you need a lot of kernels for that, like roughly 2,000, a little less than that. But you get Feast 1 books, which gives you more rare crop chance, which is 25 kernels. Goes up to 2.5 when it's max. Finn's Facacia, I don't know how to say that. Consumable grants more rare crop chance from the rest of the Grand Feast. 5% more. That's not bad. 50 kernels. Ted's Contact and baked in bread. Wait, Ted's Contact baked in bread. Just gives you his Abaphone contact, One of the 3 in-season crops will give 10% more seasoning. He'll call you to let you know which one. That's low-key gas. Kind of gas. Scott's Contact Baked in Bread. So this is another Apple phone. Allows you to open the Grand Bakery outside of the Grand Feast. Oh, wait, that's gas. You can actually spend your kernels while the Grand Feast is not happening. Look, gas. And Bread Wool. I don't know what that does. It's a super cool thing to give to somebody. That's kind of ambiguous. Moving on. Removal of Pelt Apocalypse. This is going to be big. With the introduction of Finnegan's new Grand Feast perk, we're retiring his old Pelt Apocalypse perk. Talbot's shop and the horse trapper of animal are now permanently available. In addition to this, we've slightly reworked the Trapper Crest accessory. It now upgrades an additional time and buffs the amount of pelts you drop to compensate for the removal of the mare perk. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. But Pelt Apocalypse is not going to make that much money anymore. Thinking about that, I think Pest Vest might go up in price though. We'll see. Carnival perks. There are now 4 new perks available in Doug's event shop at the Carnival to help out with your progression through the Harvest Feast. Natural talent 1 to 5 grants 5 at max. I'm just gonna say all max for all these. Grants a 5% chance to find seasonings during a Harvest Feast. Grants 25 farming fortune during a Harvest Feast. Feast Crashers 3 grants 6 bonus pest chance during a Harvest Feast. Leftovers 2 Celestial Mason jars if you reach the final donation tier. That's gas. That's really gas. I think the Celestial Mason jars are going to be a lot of money too. I think those are going to be a pretty penny. And then the farming tool type. We've recategorized all hoes and axes used for farming in the new farming tool type. They now share the same reforges and enchants for simplicity's sake. As a direct result of this, we removed the Sunder enchant from the game as it was redundant with the functionality of the harvesting enchant, but for axes. Okay, that's actually a spoiler. Okay, so all of these items here. What the fuck's the Bing Ho? I didn't even know that existed. Wooden, golden, stone, iron, diamond hoe. Basically, every farming tool in the game is now just classified as a farming tool, not a farming axe, not a farming hoe. So that's not bad. That's actually that's a lot better. And we've replaced the Sunder 6 drop from Locust with the new drop, Locust Larva. Consume this while in your garden to add 1 pest to your vacuum bag. That's buns, bro. That's low key buns. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What does that mean, plus 1 pest to your vacuum bag? Is that just adding it onto it? That's cheeks. Whatever. New visitor, Taylor. Taylor can now show up on your garden as a mythic visitor starting at garden level 14. She'll offer the player 1 of 2 cosmetics, the fast food barn skin or the jelly greenhouse skin. Just like a McDonald's, but like a Hypixel. Yeah, I don't even know. Let's gonna make a joke and it makes sense. This one's nice. This one's cool. Look at this. The jelly greenhouse skin? This is awesome. I wonder if you could. I don't even know. Ooh. She's offering the barn skin. She'll ask for. Oh wait, this is a greenhouse skin. I'm tripping. Okay, that's so nice though. It's kind of tough. If she's offering the barn skin, she'll ask for lots of deep fries, salted sunflower seeds, and enchanted baked potatoes. If she was offering the greenhouse skin, she'll ask for a lot of floral gelatin, melon juice, and compacted wild roses. And now moving on to the bottom of the list, we have farming reforged stone changes. Blessed fruit move stats from current reforged bonus to base stats. What? Oh, it's an aesthetic change. Okay. New reforged bonus now grants a chance for you to drop an enchant. Oh, wait, that's gas. New reforged bonus now grants a chance for you to drop enchanted crops when farming. Fixed issue with farming fortune stat being lower than intended for rare items with this reforge. Golden ball removed. Farming fortune from reforged bonus to base stats. Another aesthetic change. Large walnut is now applied to farming tools, so not just axes. I think it was just axes. Pretty sure. Buffed farming fortune to this reforge provides significant. Oh, I just read that wrong. Buff farming fortune this reforge provides significantly. So this is gonna provide like I think the same amount. Actually, I don't know. That might be good. And then remove the speed base stats. That's not bad. That's not affecting anyone. Floating crystal changes. Floating crystals are no longer have an effective radius. They apply their effect to your entire private island. Adjusted the rarities for the certain floating crystals. All floating crystals have new and unique textures. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like if you have a mining crystal on your island, you can just place that anywhere. It's not just like floating there and looking annoying. Place on the bottom in the void. They'll still apply to it. It's okay gas. Alright, so we're back on the server. If you start out in the spawn, you head over here. This is where you okay, why is this? Did the event end? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I think it's just tripping. But you talk to Feast Chef Ted here. What? The feast ended? Are you serious? Alright guys, well the feast did end. So I can't really show you anything. I think this might be collapsed. But you talk to this guy. So basically there are 3 crops that are gonna be in season. So I think they last about 9 hours. So like every 9 hours there's gonna be 3 specific crops that you could drop the seasoning from. And you could drop like their unique crop drops from. Look, fragrance, brown mushroom parts, that's the scared off one. And these here are all of the drops that you can get. Hold on, let me grab them real quick. These are all the drops that you can get from the things. This one is just dropped from the carrots. Craft this, craft that. Boom. This one's dropped from the melon slice, the melon juice. Cactus flowers dropped from the cactus. Bot roots dropped from netherwort. Deep fries are dropped from potatoes. Designer coffee beans are dropped from cocoa beans. Beast fungus is dropped from mushrooms. Agordian is dropped from the pumpkins. And the cane nut is dropped from the sugar cane. Last but not least, the salted sunflower seeds are, you guessed it, dropped from the sunflower. All right, so I was located in the middle of editing, but the Grand Feast just started on the alpha server. I think they just sped it up. But if we talk to Grand Chef Ted, Feast Chef Ted, you can see that there's 9 milestones now. That's 9 celestial mason jars to unlock, and a lot of kernels with it. I have no clue how much kernels this is total. Probably like about 1,000. I'd assume so. And here are the crops I was talking about. Like there's the 3 in-season crops. They all have a 1 in 18,000 chance to drop their specific rare crop, and then the 1 in 2,250 chance to drop the seasoning. So with the Grand Feast, there's the Grand Bakery, as we saw in the forum. We can see here his shop. He has the 5 talismans. All of them are just upgraded off of each other. He gets up to the freshly baked heirloom, which makes rare crops 5% more common, which is actually really good. And then it just upgrades from 1%, 2% to 5. And there's the Finn's Facacia, which gives you the 5% rare crop chance. Then the Feast enchant, really good. 25 kernels though. That's gonna be kind of expensive to get though. And then the 2 contact numbers, as well as the bread bowl, which, like, bro, this thing's useless, bro. Like, it's just a kernel sink. And like you don't get that many kernels from this, I don't think, unless you get like kernels from other stuff, but I'm pretty sure you don't. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I lied. You also get a kernel for every time you donate a seasoning during the Grand Feast. So that is going to be it for this video. I really appreciate you guys watching this, and if you made it this far, please consider subscribing. All right. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate you guys. Buy a farming setup. I think it's gonna be very worth it. You make bread. All right, guys. Subscribe.